So, Brandon, I agree.
This is the Morning Answer with Jen and Grant.
I'm telling you, we might miss that guy. We just might. Welcome back to Thursday here on the Morning Answer. I'm Jennifer Horn.
And I am Grant Stinchfield.
And we are wrapping up our toy drive until 9 o'clock today, 701 North Brand Boulevard. Bring your toys, your gift cards. If you're in your car, we are collecting them here until 9 o'clock today. Our next toy drive, Grizzly Firearms in Yucaipa on Thursday, Life Source Water in Pasadena on Friday. And the reason that we're able to do these events is because of great support of our friends like Jeff Taverner from the Gunslinger Show, Gunslinger Auctions. They do a fantastic job. And first of all, Jeff, welcome back. We appreciate you and Gunslingers being a sponsor of our toy drives, our town halls. You've done cigar nights. I mean, you're such a great supporter of our station and our message, and we really appreciate you. Welcome back.
Well, thank you. And I'm also a host of my own show on that same station, you know.
You sure are. The Gunslinger Show. I mentioned that, and you got to tune in.
Okay.
7 o'clock?
Well, we're now on from San Diego to San Francisco, from L.A. to Phoenix to Vegas.
You're syndicated, baby. You're all over the place.
We
all
are.
right. So not only a radio superstar, but you also have these really cool auctions. So I want to talk about this one coming up on Sunday, December 15th. Santa Ana Elks Lodge is the place. Doors open at 10 a.m. The auction starts at 11 a.m. Who should come to this? What do we expect from this auction?
Well, everybody should come to this, first off. And you want a good deal on modern firearms, we got them. You want a good deal on antiques. We've got everything from the 1600s to basically new in box. So we cover every spectrum. We'll have about 600 guns we'll sell in about 4.5 hours. And it's a lot of fun.
So 600 guns in 4.5 hours. Explain to me how the auction works. How does it? How can you be there? Can you do it online? How does this go down?
All of the above. You can be there live, which is what I would recommend. You can bid online through companies like Proxy Bid. You can do phone bids. You can call us and leave sealed bids. We cover every aspect of any way you want to be. Some people, ever since COVID, people don't like to come in to a large crowd anymore. So we get folks that will call us and leave sealed bids. And how that works, if you say, my top is $1,000 on this gun, wherever the internet left off, that's where we start. You're the next bid, and if it stops there, it stops there. We don't start at your high end. So kind of like, how eBay does it. All right, here we go. We got 200 now, 2.25, got 2.25, got to be half. Anybody get half? Anybody have? Anybody have? Sold 2.25. That's it.
An auctioneer,
and,
too.
You bid
you hear
1,000.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, I wash the windows. I do the dishes. You name it.
You really are a Renaissance man. I love it. Go ahead, Grant.
No. Go ahead, Jen. That's fine.
Oh, no, I was just going to ask, how many of these do you do a year? Because this one's coming up on Sunday, December 15th. Do you do these often?
Yeah, we do. Starting next year, we're going to do 5 a year, and we've got a new location starting next year. We're going to be at the Highway 39 Event Center, which is a hot rod museum. How cool is that to have a gun auction in? So it's going to be a lot of fun.
How did you start auctioneering? Because that is a skill, obviously, and you have to be somewhat of an entertainer to do it well. You got to keep a crowd going. How did you start off with that?
Well, I was a professional musician for a long time, and so talking on a microphone and singing on a microphone, which I do on my show all the time, by the way, it just comes naturally to me. So I went to this place. I spent a year up in Bakersfield one week going to a thing called the World Championship of Auctioneering, and I learned from a couple of guys, Max Oliveira and Ralph Wade, who are world champion auctioneers, and they start you off like this. I'm bid, $1 bidder, now 2, now 2, now $2 bidder, now 3, now 3. And I was watching everybody fumble because, they were scared with the microphone and everything else. And I was just sitting there, like I'm playing guitar. I was tapping my foot. I walked up, I'm bid, $1 bidder, now 2, and 2, and $2 bidder, now 3, and 3, and $3 bidder, now 4, and 4, and $4 bidder, now 5. And they said, hell, you can go home. That was my very first time on a microphone doing an auction.
I love it.
So I went right into the advanced, guys that were there for tune-ups, because if you ever heard, Max was actually on That's Incredible as a 13-year-old auctioneer. So, I mean, this guy, both of them are unbelievable, just unbelievably great auctioneers. And, I got to learn from them. And then, of course, I had all this knowledge and all this great auction technique. And I got to my first auction that I did, and I had a couple hundred people sitting in front of me that had no idea what I was doing because they're not professional auction people. They're looking at me like, what is this guy saying? So I had to back it way back. And so now it's just a matter of, all right, here we go, 200 now, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, got 2 1/4, got to be half, anybody half, anybody half, anybody half, anybody, you see what I mean? So, I had to get rid of all the fancy stuff that I paid so much money to learn from.
And you got into
that.
guns? How?
Well, I could see the end of, I was playing in the band, and I could see the end of the band coming, and I started booking bands at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. I did that for a while, and then I could see the end of that coming, and so I decided, I got to get into something. I was talking with a good friend of mine. He said, during the Great Depression, only two businesses didn't suffer, the firearms business and the sex trade. Well, I was a little old for the sex trade, so I thought, maybe this gun thing should work out. I already had some, and I enjoyed shooting, and so I just started going around and buying, and the next thing you know, I had about 350, and I thought, I think I better open a store because I got nowhere to put these things. And June 1st, 1998, I opened up.
And I got to tell you, your gun stores are absolutely amazing. I mean, they're more to they're like it's like an experience. There's memorabilia, there's collectibles. Of course, you've got firearms, and I want to invite people to come out to your gun stores, by the way, as well. 1740 West Lavetta Avenue in the city of Orange, and 1141 East Olosta Avenue in Azusa. Want to just really quickly go back to this to the auction that's coming up on December 15th. In our last minute, Jeff, you can get some really incredible finds. What's the most incredible thing that you've seen, or at least just one of them?
Oh boy! Well, the coolest thing we ever had was a Winchester Model 1873 lever action rifle. This is the Jimmy Stewart gun that won the West. They made a movie about it and everything else. We had serial number 6.
Wow.
It's the lowest number known to still exist. And the man who bought it was in 1873, lived in Pennsylvania, so he wasn't a Western guy, but he wrote such a glowing review on the gun that Winchester used his review until they stopped the gun, making the gun in like the 1910s or 20s. And we had that actual gun, and it sold for 6 figures.
Wow. Amazing.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Well, come on out if you can. This sounds like an incredible time. Sunday, December 15th, Gunslingers Auction, 626-914-7010 for more information, 626-914-7010, or you can go gunslingerauctions.com for all the details, gunslingerauctions.com. Don't forget to listen to the radio show as well, the Gunslinger Hour, which is heard every Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. on AM 870, also in Phoenix, San Diego, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and AM 590, our sister station. So make sure you check it out. The Gunslinger Hour, Sunday at 7. Get to that auction this Sunday starting at 10. And more information, go visit the stores, gunslingerauctions.com. Jeff Taverner, thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us. Toy Drive number 2 in the books. Make it a great Thursday. It's 9 o'clock.
Thanks. Bye-bye.